Anitas Sarkeesian has been a plague to the video game industry, and while every few months she says something absurd to get attention on social media, she's been getting roasted now that Feminist Frequency is finally shutting down. But of course, journalists are running to her defense, saying she's been harassed since the announcement, and we need to respect her because it was stunning and brave that she started the organization in the first place. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted, and of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So, I have already talked about the fact that Feminist Frequency is shutting down after 15 years, and I think that this is great. Obviously, people like Anita have already done damage to the industry, but it's still a win, and we have to take the wins where we can. And I'm sure that she's going to have some big new grift in the next few months to announce. But now, of course, the journalists are running to her defense. Let's start with this article from Gaming Mag. It says, Feminist Frequency, the award-winning nonprofit from Anitas Sarkeesian, is officially shutting down in early 2024. I think that this is hilarious, claiming, oh my God, it's award-winning. It won one award in like 2015. That's literally it. Anitas Sarkeesian originally created Feminist Frequency back in 2009, where her YouTube videos analyzed, examined, and criticized the way women were portrayed and treated in video games through a feminist lens. Her Tropes versus Women series often looked at different tropes within media, such as the damsel in distress or women as rewards. I have never had any problems like this with the video game industry. As a female, I love seeing strong, sexy women. I love seeing women who end up in romances and fall in love. I'm perfectly fine with damsels in distress because not every female character is the same. Even back in 2009 when she was claiming this and other people like her were claiming this, it just wasn't the case. You did have strong women who were not just sexualized objects. But it says, speaking to Polygon about her departure and the ceasing of operations, Sarkeesian stated her reasoning for ending Feminist Frequency was because of burnout. She says that she can't vacation or that she can't offload it anymore. I'm sorry, you've been on vacation since you started Feminist Frequency. Never a day since have you actually had to do legitimate hard work, Anita. Boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream. She acts like she is so bothered by things that people say on social media about her, but she clearly doesn't care because every few months she's grasping for attention. She's posting dumb shit on social media to try to get attention, and she knows by saying specific things it's going to upset people, and she's going to get that attention, and she's going to get those clicks. So she really just creates the situations that she is claiming are so negative for herself. But it says this isn't surprising at all, considering the overwhelming amount of hatred that followed Sarkeesian and her team at Feminist Frequency throughout the years, from 2009 to even now, where a sleuth of bigotry and ignorance has been leveled at the non-profit, even on their goodbye post. It cannot be understated just how terrible Sarkeesian and her team were often treated. There was always a lot of criticism levied towards them, and yes, I mean, people online are brutal. People might be hurting your feelings, but there's a big reason why people hate Anitas Sarkeesian and Feminist Frequency, and that is because she has damaged the video game industry. We have heard that multiple companies have, consulted with her about the way that women are treated in their games. Of course, one of the most notable being Naughty Dog. We also have Arcane many years ago. These studios did talk to Anita and consult with her about females in their video games. And she's never really done anything positive for the industry. Of course, she thinks that what she has done is stunning and brave. These individuals think that she is stunning and brave because she has brought feminism to the industry, but really, she's only hurt it. No matter how much these people want to try to say that, oh, she just wanted to build a safer gaming culture and wanted to, protect women in games and all of this, she really hasn't done anything but make herself money. I mean, that's what it boils down to. She doesn't actually care about feminism in gaming and the game industry getting healthier, or what she thinks is healthier. She just wants money. And we also have the Pink News putting out an article defending her, saying Feminist Frequency, the gaming not-for-profit organization that has faced relentless misogynist harassment campaigns for more than a decade, has revealed that it's closing down. It's never, oh yeah, they were heavily scrutinized by gamers. No, it's of course just misogynist harassment. They just cannot accept the fact that there are people who have criticized her, and criticism is perfectly fine. It says, of course, the organization's main goal was to end toxicity and abuse in the games industry through grassroots campaign work and videos designed to pick apart misogynistic and bigoted tropes in the media. She, of course, wrote, with my heart stuffed full of a million different emotions, I share the news with you that Feminist Frequency is closing. Good riddance. Again, she has, damaged the industry. People like Zoe Quinn as well, Brianna Wu as well, but we have to take this as a win, or else we're never going to find a win in anything, right? It's finally shutting down, and the best part is that it's like a double whammy. So there are people who, of course, have now heard that it's closing down and are laughing and are saying good riddance, but there were also people who have said they weren't shut down already, which is just so freaking hilarious to me, because Feminist Frequency has not done anything in years, right? They had a big social media following, almost 700,000 followers on their main Twitter account, but they never were in the news because they were doing things or they were starting new campaigns, none of that. And I do genuinely think, again, a main reason is because this only really boiled down to money for someone like Anitas. She started it because, of course, she wanted to smash her way into the industry and make money. And now that she has gotten into developers' heads and has consulted on games, that money's just going straight into her pocket. It's not like she's actually putting it back into this organization that, of course, is now dying, because that's why they had to shut down, because they weren't doing anything. It was basically just a name and a social media account. And I'm happy to hear that Feminist Frequency is finally closing, but it's really no surprise to see so many journalists coming out saying, after years of the misogynist harassment, they've unfortunately given up because of that. They gave up because at the end of the day, they were really doing nothing. And Anita Sarkeesian is always looking for a new grift, and who knows what her next one will be. Back last year in November, she started like this podcast and she tried to heavily promote it, and it seems that that's kind of like dead at this point. So who really knows? She's probably got something else up her sleeve. She's always looking for a way to make money and tear apart the industry she claims to love, even though clearly she doesn't. And if there's any more Feminist Frequency news, I will definitely be covering it, but for now, that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.